What's good, YouTube? It's your guy, Darian, man. I'm the BowTie fragrance guy on this channel. We focus on fragrances primarily, but I also like to throw in some style and grooming tips as well, because if you're going to smell good, you should look good. Sincerely, you should. No, seriously, you should. So if you're into that, make sure you hit subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications by hitting the bell icon as well, so anytime a new video is uploaded on the channel, you'll get notified. All right, on today's video, guys, I have a treat for you. You guys that have been following me for a while probably remember me talking about two fragrances from the brand of Electimuss that are part of their new Explorer collection, which is focusing a little bit more on their takes on more gourmand type fragrances. I've already talked about two of them, which I'll mention them later, but I have the third and newest release from the Explorer collection in my hands, and I am going to tell you guys all about the fragrance today. So I'm going to run the intro, and when we come back, we're going to get into it. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the newest release from the brand of Electimuss going into the Explorer collection, then you know the routine, man. Keep it locked right here. Let's get it.
The BowTie Fragrance Guy.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Let's jump right into this video. Really quickly, I do want to say the brand of Electimuss sent me this fragrance for me to review. And I also talked with them about getting you guys a discount. If you wanted to try anything, use the discount BowTie Guy, and you'll receive 15% off. Whether you are interested in purchasing a full bottle from the website, or if you just want to try a travel set, which would give you an opportunity to sample these fragrances and see how you like them, whatever you would like to do, make sure you use that discount code BowTieGuy and get 15% off. Now, I'm going to have a link. If you click on that link, it'll take you to the page. And again, just make sure you use that discount code BowTieGuy and you'll receive 15% off. Hey, I was able to get something for you guys. So, guys, the new fragrance from this particular line, and you guys know I've already talked about the other two fragrances really quickly, which was my favorite of the bunch. The first one was Spice d'Arno, and all the bottles look alike. But Spice d'Arno, I love that fragrance. It had cardamom, iris, it had that wheat or bran note in there with some vanilla. And I think that bran note is what really just... It's something about that particular note that really draws me in. I cannot get enough of smelling this particular fragrance. Oh my gosh, this was the first release in the line, which now has three. The second one was the compliment machine from this line, which was caspiancherry. Which is it had black cherry in there, it had an amaretto accord, chocolate, coffee, honey. So again, very gourmand fragrance. The amaretto note was really, really unique. Unlike any other gourmand I have in my collection. I won this fragrance out twice. And when I talked about it, initially I told you guys about the first time I got 5 compliments. I wore it to work again, got an additional 3 compliments. So again, if you want compliments, I haven't worn the other one out yet, but of this and Spice d'Arno, this is a compliment magnet right here. Again, this one is called caspiancherry. So now we have the third installment to, again, what is called the Explorer collection. And it's this fragrance right here. The bottles look the same, but Moroccan Medjool. Moroccan Medjool. Beautiful bottles, man. Again, it's the same thing. It's a fruity amber fragrance is the classification. But some of the main notes in this one, guys, you're going to get some dates in it. You get some cardamom, rose, carnation, caramel, oak moss are some of the main notes. This smells fantastic. Guys, they are 3 for 3 in this collection. Sincerely, they are 3 for 3 in this collection. I'm just trying it out right now live with you guys. So This is so good. This is really, really good. Now, it opens up with dates, and it is centered around the note of dates. And dates really gives this almost caramelized kind of sweetness to fragrances. Now, interesting fact that I learned when, looking up this fragrance and kind of reading the write-up on it. The medjool dates, which is, again, what this fragrance is centered around, is a little bit different from regular dates. Medjool dates are larger and sweeter. So you have a very, very sweet opening in this fragrance with a note, of dates in here. And I definitely pick up the cardamom and rose in the opening. So you have this very luscious kind of sweet date note in the opening with a combination of spiciness from cardamom and a beautiful rose accord that's coming into play in the opening of the fragrance. This is really, really, really nice, guys. Really nice. Look, I love gourmand fragrances. So when I heard that they were doing a collection that was going to be centered around more gourmand fragrances, I was super excited. Obviously, to that point, to my knowledge that I can think of, they hadn't really done anything that was gourmand. They did have Mercurial Cashmere, which is another fragrance. If you have not tried it, you guys know I talk about that fragrance all the time. Another highly complimented fragrance. That's a really, really sweet, but it had that tuberose in there, so it wasn't a really true gourmand. So I think this was really, if I can recall, their introduction of venturing into doing gourmand fragrances. And in my humble opinion, they are 3 for 3 as far as fragrances that I love. Again, I'm talking about myself right now, the type of fragrances that I love to smell. Huge fan of the note of dates. I have several fragrances in my collection that are that include the note of dates. So I kind of, when I knew dates was going to be in the fragrance, I was really, really excited to smell it since it's centered around dates. Like I said, as far as the bottle presentation, it is pretty much the same as the others. I don't think there's no difference in the hue, in the color of the orange. In the fragrances, pretty much they all have the same kind of, presentation on the fragrance, which is fine. I don't really mind that. Beautiful presentation. You have the Electimuss logo there on the front. There is an Electimuss logo on the cap as well. You guys can see that. And then there's this kind of beautiful, almost like a starburst kind of presentation on the bottom of the fragrance. Dates were Morocco's most treasured export to the Romans. So this is a very, very, like I said, this is centered around the note of dates. So it's a very, very, interesting fact that I learned when kind of looking up information on dates. And when I found out about medjool dates coming from Morocco, being, like I said, their most treasured export to the Romans back in that time. So very, very special fragrance from that particular standpoint. And like I said, because it's centered around the note of dates, it had me at hello. And it's starting to develop on my skin, and I'm starting to get a little bit more of a floral presence here. There is carnation in this as well. A few other florals, but I'm definitely picking up the carnation note in here. And I really am anticipating wearing this fragrance out. I want to see how it does as far as overall performance. I don't really have information on performance or anything like that, or responses, because I haven't worn it out yet. This is kind of my initial impression. But my initial impression is, if you love the note of dates, I think you're going to love this fragrance as well. Now, again, the other two fragrances are phenomenal as well. I still think Spice Diarno scent profile, just for me, is my favorite. But the caspiancherry and now the newest one, the Moroccan medjool, is really, really nice too if you are into sweeter scent profiles, because again, this is, a gourmand, a kind of their gourmand collection of fragrances. So they're sweeter fragrances. If you love gourmands, I really, really would suggest or recommend you guys try all three. Like I said, they're travel sets. I don't know exactly what all the travel sets consist of, but you can try samples. Of course, full bottles. If you want to test anything out, make sure you click the link and use the BowTie guide to get that 15% off. So if you are going to try it, at least you save that 15%. Now, I'm going to come back, guys, and do a full review on this fragrance. and probably a deeper dive into the full collection, because I don't think I've really done full deep dives on all three. I'm going to do a full deep dive on all three fragrances from this collection. Talk about longevity, things of that nature. I've already worn the other two. I don't recall getting any compliments on Spice Diarno when I wore it out, but I've told you about caspiancherry. I want to see what happens when I wear Moroccan Medjool out. Just to kind of see responses. Again, pay close attention to longevity and things of that nature. So I'll do that this week, because I do want to do a deep dive on all three of these fragrances. I can tell you that they smell good, but as far as performance and things of that nature, I want to give you guys what my experience is with these fragrances. But that's all I have. Just wanted to give you guys a quick kind of initial impressions of the newest release from Electimuss. Like I said, Moroccan Medjool. Have you had a chance to smell it yet? Maybe not. Continue following this video. I actually get it out. Some of you may have had a chance to get your nose on it, but probably not. But like I said, you know, maybe try a sample or something like that, or get a travel set if it's included in that, and check it out for yourself. But that's all I have for you guys today. As always, I sincerely appreciate you guys' time and your attention to these videos. You don't have to watch what you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget to take a few moments to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure you're sharing these videos out to some other folks out there what you think could use the information or find the information entertaining. Because I'm your guy, Darian, man, on the BowTie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell fantastic. So until next time, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.